Hello friends, welcome to Tips and Tricks in Mathematics. This is for class 10 students and the topic of discussion is quadratic equations. This is the second video on quadratic equations. In the previous video we covered the basics where we defined like what is a quadratic equation. It is a polynomial of degree 2. Then we also understood different techniques of solving the quadratic equations. There are basically two methods to solve quadratic equations. One is the factorization method and the second one is using the formula. In this video we focus more on the exam oriented problems. This will give you extra edge in the examination. So we call it as extra punch problems. Be ready with pen and paper. Here we in the first problem we solve for x like we root 2 x minus 3 plus 1 equal to x. So how do we approach in solving this particular problem? There are two ways actually. One is inside the square root term like 2x minus 3, if we can put it with some value like 2x minus 3 equal to p square, then the square and the square root term can go. And we have to substitute here for x in terms of p and then solve it in terms of p, then finally replace p equal to 2x minus 3. That is substitution method. This is one approach. Another approach is to keep the square root term on the one side and take all other terms on the RHS. In this particular problem, we have to take 1 on the right hand side. If we directly square right now in this LHS, then the square root term will not go because a square, a plus b the whole square will be, this time square root will go, b square square root will go, but 2ab term square root term still remains. So we have to put 1 on the RHS. So it will become root 2x minus 3 equal to x minus 1. Now we see that if we square both terms, then square root term will go. This is very important. So one squaring on both sides, we get 2x minus 3 equal to x minus 1 the whole square. Then expanding this, a minus b the whole square is a square plus b square minus 2ab. So when expanded, we will get like this. Now rearranging the terms, we write the quadratic equation in standard form. So what is standard form? Standard form is writing first the x squared term, then the x term, and then the constant term, then equating it to 0. So when we rearrange, we get it x square minus 4x plus 4 equal to 0. Now we recollect that for a standard equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, the roots are x equal to minus b plus minus square root b square minus 4ac by 2a. We know that this term b square minus 4ac is called discriminant. I suggest that you use this formula frequently. If you are comfortable with factorization method where we split the middle terms and that we discussed in the first video also can be applied. But using the formula is always straightforward. So what is ABC here? A is the coefficient of x square, B is coefficient of x and C is the constant term. So A is 1, B is equal to minus 4, C equal to 4. So we substitute here in this formula and we get put it like this. We see that b square minus 4ac term, let us say 16 minus 4 into 4, 16. So 0, 16 minus 16 is 0. So this square root term will go and we will be left with 4 by 2 which is 2. So when b square minus 4ac is 0, we know that the quadratic equation has equal roots. So there are two roots and both roots are with value 2 and that is the solution. Solution for this problem is x equal to 2. Let us see another problem. Here we want to find the value of square root of 6 plus square root of inside the square root term. There is another series and this will go on till infinite. So this is an infinite series. So how do we approach such problem? For such problem always start like let x equal to whatever we want to compute. And we see that if we remove the first term, the remaining term also is an infinite series and that is nothing but x. So we can write x equal to square root 6 plus x. Since square root term alone is there on one side, we can square it and square root can be removed. So we get x square equal to 6 plus x. Rearranging, x square minus 6 equal to 0. So when we apply the formula, what is the value of a, b, c? A is the coefficient of x square, which is 1. B is coefficient of x, which is minus 1. C is minus 6, the constant term. Now we substitute this a, b, c in this formula. So we get x equal to this particular values in the formula. So we get 1 plus minus 5 by 2. We understood in first video, plus minus means first we have to add and then second value will be subtraction of with 5. So first will be 1 plus 5 by 2, which is 3. Second will be 1 minus 5 by 2, which is minus 4 by 2, which is equal to minus 2. But now we got two values, 3 and minus 2. Now the question comes, which value we should take? This is a real number like root square root 6 plus something. So this has to be a positive value. It cannot be a negative value. So we ignore minus 2 from the obtained solution and we declare that x equal to 3 is the solution for this. So the value of this particular root 6 plus root 6 into infinite series is 3. Let us take a word problem now. In the word problem, we have to convert the words or the phrases into some mathematical expressions, which then we have to simplify to get a quadratic equation and then get the solution. So if the price of the book is reduced by rupees 5, a person can buy 4 more books for rupees 600. Find the original price of the book. So the unknown is original price of the book and we declare it by the variable x. So we write let original price of the book in rupees is x. Now if we have 600 rupees and the price of one book is x, then how many books we can buy? Number of books that can be purchased with original price is 600 by x. If the price of the book is reduced by 5, so we reduce the price of the book by 5, so it becomes x minus 5. So how many number of books can we purchase with the reduced price? 600 by x minus 5. Now friends, you may ask which term is bigger in this. Please note that in the denominator, this particular case, x is reduced by 5. So this denominator is lower than this. So this term will be higher than this. This is very important. We'll see why it is important in the next step. Now the question comes like a person can buy 4 more books with the reduced price. So we write it as 600 by x minus 5 minus 600 by x equal to 4. Since this term is bigger, it has to come first, then the negative sign and then the smaller figure. This will give 4. So you must understand which term is bigger. This term is bigger because denominator is lower than this x. This term has to be bigger. Now how to solve this? We take LCM, either x into x minus 5 or just multiply throughout by x into x minus 5. So we get it as 600x minus 600 into x minus 5 equal to 4 into x minus. Again we have to write the equation by solving it in the standard form. So this x square minus 5x minus 750 equal to 0 is the standard form quadratic equation. So we know here a will be 1, b will be minus 5 and c will be minus 750. So once we substitute in this formula, please remember this formula always. X equal to minus b plus minus root b square minus 4ac by 2a. So when we just substitute the values of a, b, c in this formula, we get x equal to this. Solving, we get 30 and minus 25. Clearly the price of the book cannot be a negative number. So the original price of the book is rupees 30. Let us take another problem involving expressions only. So the question is, if the roots of the equation are equal, this particular equation, then prove that 2b equal to a plus c. Let us have a close look at this equation. This is in the standard form. Ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So this is the standard form. Ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. What is a here? B minus c. What is b here? Coefficient of x, c minus a. And what is c? A minus b. This is the standard form. And if the roots are equal, then we know that the discriminant is 0. That is b square minus 4ac is 0. So we just substitute that. What is b? B is c minus a the whole square minus 4. A is coefficient of x square, which is b minus c, and c is constant term, which is a minus b, equal to 0. So if we just expand this, we will get c square plus a square minus 2ac, and we multiply these two, ba into minus b square minus ca plus cb. If we just multiply and expand, we will get expression like this. Now we have to, how to simplify this and get this. We should keep in mind what we desire here. Our desire is to get a plus c equal to 2b. So we try to convert the available equation here into this form. So we try to bring a plus c. We see that if we take c square plus a square minus 2ac, and here we have minus 4 into minus h, which is plus 4ac term. We have a term minus 4 into minus ac, which is plus 4ac, and this is minus 2ac. When we solve this, we will get 2ac. So c square plus a square plus 2ac, we can write it as c plus a the whole square. Why we are doing c plus a the whole square? Because we want to bring in what we desire. Similarly, we have 2b here. So we make it 4b square, we segregate it, and the balance terms are put like this. So we are getting closer to what we desire. C plus a the whole square plus 4b square minus 4b into a plus c. Now we are trying to convert this expression into this form, c plus a minus 2b the whole square. So we again simplify this expression as 4b is put as 2 into 2b and bracket c plus a. So we can write this as c plus a the whole square minus 2b, sorry, c plus a minus 2b the whole square equal to 0. So we are keeping an eye on what we desire and trying to simplify our expression in that direction. So if we just simplify this, we will get 2b equal to a plus c, which is what is required to be proven. This problem is a bit simpler. Here a polygon of n side has n into n minus 3 by 2 diagonals. We need to find the number of sides which have 54 diagonals. So this is the formula, and for number of diagonals, so just put n into n minus 3 by 2 equal to 54. Cross multiply, this will be 108. So n square minus 3n minus 108 will be 0. This is a straightforward equation. Just plug in, like here a will be 1, b will be minus 3. The constant term will be minus 108. Just put in the formula and we get n as 12 and minus 9. Clearly the number of sides cannot be minus 9. So it has to be 12. So polygon with 12 sides have 54 diagonals. Let us go to next problem. This is a word problem, and again I suggest first we have to convert the word problem into mathematical expressions, then try to construct the quadratic equation and then get the results. The problem is like this. 1/4 of a herd of camels was seen in the forest. Twice the square root of the herd had gone to mountains, and the remaining 15 camels were seen on the bank of river. Find the total number of camels. So the unknown is number of camels. So we straight away start with that. Let number of camels equal to x. This is to be determined, and this is unknown. So how many went to forest? 1/4 of herd. So 1/4 into x. We can write it as x. By 4 these went to the forest. Twice the square root of herd had gone to mountains. Mountains, twice the square root, 2 into root 2 x. and the remaining 15 were seen on the, and the remaining plus 15 had gone to river. So these three terms need to be added to get a total of x. Now we multiply by 4 throughout. We have to remove this from denominator so that it comes in the standard form. So this term will be x. This here it will become 4x. So this when goes to right side will become 3x. This will be 8 root 2x minus 8 root 2x. 15 into 4 60 when taken on one side, minus 60 equal to 0. So how do we solve this? Now this is bit tricky, because earlier we have seen to bring square root on one side and just square it and solve for it, but here it is very difficult. So what we have to do? We use the substitution method here. When the square root term is inside, and then we have to use the substitution method, like x equal to p square we put it. So x will become 3p square. P square square root is p minus 8p minus 6 equal to 0. So we have converted this equation into a quadratic equation, but now it is in terms of variable p instead of x. But this we can solve very easily. So what is the coefficient? A 3, B is minus 8, C is minus 60. Just put it in the formula. We get P as this, which is 6 and minus 10 by 3. Please do not stop here, because we want to determine x. This x equal to p square was an intermediate step. So we got an intermediate value of p. We have to get x, not p. So our aim should be getting x. So we put back this p as 6 and minus 10 by 3 in this x equal to p square. So x equal to p square will be square of 6 is 36, and this will be 100 by 9. Clearly number of camels cannot be a fraction 100 by 9. So the solution is 36. Total number of camels are 36. This is the final answer. Let us take another problem. Often you will see in the exam this particular type of problems, like a boat is going at certain speed and it is going upstream and downstream. We have to find the speed of the stream, or problems similar to this. We must understand the concept here. It is very important. So what is upstream? Upstream means the flow of the water is in left direction and the ship or the boat is moving in the right direction. So the boat is moving upstream, means opposite to the direction of the stream. Stream is the flow of water. Similarly, downstream means when the boat is going in the same direction as the flow of stream. So how does it matter? You may be thinking, whether boat goes up or whether it goes on. Does it matter? Yes, it does matter. The speed of the relative speed of the boat is changed. So if a boat is going upstream, it takes more time to reach the destination because its speed is slowed. Similarly, if the boat is going in the downstream direction, it is helpful. So we define a term something like relative speed here. So if for this particular problem, let speed of the stream be x. That's what we need to determine. And relative speed of the boat in upstream is 18 minus x. 18 is the speed of motorboat in still water. So when it is going upstream, so and x is the stream of the water, so its relative speed is reduced from 18 to 18 minus x. Similarly, when the relative speed increases the speed, if it is going downstream, that is, it becomes 18 plus x. Now the question is, it takes 1 hour more to go to 24 kilometer upstream than to return downstream. It is telling it is taking more time to go upstream than downstream. That is quite logical. So we know that time is distance by speed. So distance is 24 kilometer both case, and speed is one case 18 minus x and one is 18 plus x. Clearly here in the denominator this quantity is less than this quantity. So it means this term is bigger. So you need to put here left on left hand side, then put a minus term and then put this term. This difference between them is 1 hour. We are computing time, so it has to be 1. So if it is given 2 hours, you have to put it as 2 here. Now simply multiplying by 18 minus x into 18 plus x throughout, we can simplify this easily and make it as a quadratic equation in standard form. So what is a here is 1, b is 48, c is minus 324. We substitute here, we get x as 6 and minus 54. Clearly speed here cannot be a negative number, so we take the stream speed as 6 km per hour. This is the final solution. Now come to another problem. Here the altitude of a right angle triangle is 7 centimeter less than its base. If the hypotenuse is 13 centimeter, then we have to find the other two sides. So this is the hypotenuse. What is hypotenuse? It is opposite to the right angle. This is the right angle here. Angle A, opposite to that is hypotenuse. This is the base and this is the altitude. So we assume length of base as x. So this distance we take it as x, AB as x. Then the height of altitude is x minus 1. It is given here. The altitude is 7 centimeter less than the base. So if the base is 7 x centimeter, height will be x minus 7 centimeter. And this distance BC is given as 13 centimeter hypotenuse length. So we know the Pythagoras theorem. 13 square will be equal to square sum squares of the other two sides, x square plus x minus 7 the whole square. Just expand this. This will become x square plus 49 minus 14x. This will be 169. When we bring all the terms on one side, we get it as x square minus 7x minus 60 equal to 0. Again, this has come a quadratic equation in standard form. And this is the standard form. A is 1 here, B is minus 7, C is minus 16. Just substitute here and we get x as 12 and minus 5. Clearly side length cannot be minus 5. So the side is x equal to 12. So the length of base is 12 and the height or altitude is 12 minus 7, 5 centimeter. So the sides are 12 centimeter and 5 centimeter. Let us take another word problem, friends. Here the numerator of a fraction is 3 less than its denominator. So let the denominator of the fraction be x. So the numerator will be x minus c. That's what is given from the first statement. Then if 2 is added to both numerator and the denominator. So let us add 2 to both. So x minus 3 plus 2, x plus 2. This will be x minus 1 by x plus 2. The new fraction will be this, x minus 1 by x plus 2. If the 2 is added to both numerator and denominator, the sum of the new fraction, so this fraction and the original fraction, this fraction plus this fraction is equal to 29 by 20. Taking the LCM here, x into x plus 2, x minus 3 into x plus 2, and this will be minus x into x minus 1 will be 29 by 20. Cross multiplying will lead to this quadratic equation. Just mere simplification, we will get this expression. Again, using the formula, we get x as 10 and minus 12 by 11. Clearly, the fraction is not a negative number and the denominator is an integer. We get x as 10 and denominator is 10. So numerator is 3 less than that. So numerator is 7. So fraction is 7 by 10. Let us take another problem. A 2-digit number is 4 times the sum of its digits and twice the product of its digits. Find the number. Let digits in 10th place be x and the unit place be y. We have seen earlier that for such problems, the value of the number is 10x plus y. For example, we take a 2-digit number 34. So 34 can be written as 30 plus 4 or 3 into 10 plus 4. Exactly. If the 10th place is x and the unit place is y, the number is 10x plus y. This is the value of that number. Now 2-digit number is 4 times the sum of the digits. So this is the value of the digits. 2-digit number is 4 times the sum of the digits. 4 into x plus y. So we simplify. 4x will come here 6x and this will be 3y. 6x equal to 3y. So y will be 2x. This is our first equation. So we need to get another equation. Since two variables are there, we need to get two equations for solving. So what is the other equation? And 2-digit number is twice the product of its digits. So 10x plus y is 2 into x plus y. Twice the product of its digits. So these are the digits, we multiply, twice of that is the number. Again, just substitute y equal to 2x here. So this will be 10x, this will be 2x, that's 2x into 2x. Simplifying, we get 4x square equal to 12x. X term will get cancelled, so x will be 12 by 4, which is 3. So x is 3, y equal to 2x, y will be 6. The number was xy, so the number will be 36. This is the final answer. With this, we conclude this chapter. Friends, I request you to please subscribe my channel. This will enable us to send you the videos immediately on the release whenever new videos are coming. And also please like my video. This will motivate me to make more such good videos for you. Thank you very much.